Hey, good evening, everyone. This week we're going to be discussing our marketing analysis for our companies that we've chosen. My company is obviously Textron, and this is going to be for discussion board week 2 for Aviation 314. So let's talk about the customer a little bit for Textron. They do a really good job, identifying a lot of their customers, and it's not necessarily that they do a lot of heavy marketing. It's just they're pretty much in just about every field that they can be in. They dabble in a little bit of everything. So that would be general aviation, corporate or on-demand aviation with their Citation jet lines, military defense systems, industrial equipment, tractors, lawnmowers, and obviously these are all sub companies. They're not, like a Textron tractor. Believe they're called Jacobson. We got Easy Go, Arctic Cat. All of these brands are up under the Textron Incorporated name. So they really have a lot of neat things. And before studying them, I had no idea that they were this big. If you're looking to buy that big, beautiful Citation, they have financing options. So they're in-house financing available, so you can finance that jet for your business. Do a lot of great stuff with apps for flight department, flight management, huge for corporate and on-demand aviation. Big asset to a flight department there, being able to open up an app, look at your fleet, tell what's going on, what kind of maintenance or service it needs. They do a really great job with that. I'm going to show you a little video here for Textron. I enjoyed it. It's really quick.
Everybody's got a family tree, but only ours has a helicopter that's flown by heroes, and a jet that crosses continents at just a hair under the speed of sound. Our family moves troops and tanks across oceans. We protect borders, explore unconquered lands, teach people how to fly so they can best serve our country. That's our family. And building the most advanced machines in the world is in our DNA.
So really great marketing video there. It's only about 46 seconds long, but I think they really summed up their company. And I mean, if you had to sum it up in 46 seconds, what a great way to do it. Let's look at some of the market trends. Obviously, Textron is just like any other company. They sell a lot of high-end stuff, jets, general aviation, and those things are going to be affected if the economy's bad. So they can be affected just like any other company, maybe like a auto manufacturer or something like that. The good thing is they do have the government, U.S. military contracts, so that can kind of offset some of that stuff. So they can be impacted by economic, social, legal, technological, and political factors. You can see, and I just reused this chart from the first discussion we did. You can see here towards the very end, trying to find my cursor here. You can see here towards the end of the graph, this is where we're looking at COVID-19 obviously hits right here, huge impact to the company, but they're already on the way back up. So, they see light at the end of the tunnel, much like many of these other companies that we're studying are. So, I mean, that's a great thing to know that, business is going to pick back up. Be interesting to see what their second quarter report looks like. So let's look at some of the primary focus on where their sales are. Obviously, their biggest block is going to be aviation. The next is going to be industrial, so that's their, like their tractors. And this company also has Bell Helicopter, so, interesting thing there. I didn't know that. And has had Bell Helicopter since, I want to say, World War II. Not World War II, right after, like, Vietnam. Bell Helicopter was purchased by Textron, so they have, they have been able to really take advantage of that with the U.S. military and some, private contracts as well. So we can look at the type of sales they have over here. Obviously, first is going to be commercial, and really surprisingly, only 24% of that was, to the government, and less than 1% is finance. in the region, where are they selling? So U.S. mainly, Europe, other countries they would not specify on their financial report, and we have Asia and Australia down last at 8%. So they have a large customer base for general aviation, Cessna, Beechcraft, support for Hawker aircraft, all of those good things. Like they said, they've been teaching people to fly. Cessna 172 obviously has taught more pilots to fly than any other aircraft. Not to discount Piper any, but obviously the Cessna has taught a lot of pilots to fly, and also Textron is making their own simulators as well, to teach people to fly, which is really great. So I'd say that aviation is really their backbone for their company, and I think that's really going to sum it up. We can talk about a few of their competitors here. So you got Lockheed, Gulfstream, Bombardier, Embraer, and AAR. Excuse me, I've been battling a cold. So these companies, I would say, are their main competitors. There's my references, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.